What is up, everybody? Welcome back. Today we have another Pokemon ROM hack physical cartridge, and this time, if you could not tell, we are taking a look at Pokemon Eruption version. And if I have done my research correctly, I believe this is made by somebody under the alias of Cooley, that is cool with an EY at the end of it. And if I'm not mistaken as well, I'm pretty sure this started back out in 2009 and had various updates all the way up until, I believe, 2018. And of course, mine came with this cool case here, and like always, I still feel I need to say this says official Nintendo seal, but it is, of course, not an official Nintendo game. And we'll go ahead and move to the back here. It came with this neat little case here. Got the Game Boy Advance right there. Pokemon Eruption. Looking all good, as always. They usually look pretty good. Now, what really drew me into this hack when I started reading a little bit more about it is this little paragraph here kind of tells what I'm talking about. But you get to play as Silver as you experience this mind-blowing hack based on Pokemon Silver. Explore the brand new Sinjoh region. And so basically, from what I've gathered, without spoiling too much, you do get to play as Silver. For those of you who don't know who that is your rival from the Gen 2 games, Gold, Silver, Crystal, and of course, Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I don't know about you guys, but I am a pretty big Gen 2 fan, so that kind of drew me in, being able to actually play as a pre-existing character and somebody I know pretty well, too. I think that was an interesting role, and from what I've gathered, you don't look like him. At least I don't think that they've hacked you to look like him, but the idea is that you are him, taking place after the events of Gold, Silver, and Crystal, now taking place in the new Sinjoh region. Also, we have new rivals, areas, missions, moves, etc. I'm also noticing a pretty heavy use of Entei here on the cover, which is pretty cool. Entei is definitely my favorite of the dogs. Definitely the GOAT of those three. But we'll go ahead and move on here. We'll open the case up, and we'll go ahead and pop the game out here best we can. We'll set that over there. Try and display it nice and neat. But we've got Pokemon Eruption here, which is looking like a fire red case, which is pretty interesting. Not as clear as the ruby ones usually are. It's definitely more fire red look, which I like that. It makes sense. We're clearly going with a red theme here. Silver obviously has the red hair despite his name. So I'm liking the theme so far. It looks pretty nice. So now that we've taken a look at the game here, as well as the neat little case that came with it, we'll go ahead and pop this into the Game Boy and check it out. Okay, so I'm going to try and summarize this a little short here, best I can at least. So first off, I'll just go ahead and point it out. You notice when I'm running, I look like red, so that's something a bit notable of a glitch, I guess you could say. So Pokemon Eruption is, I guess, still in beta or something. It started in 2009 and I guess ended in 2018, but it's far from a complete hack, unfortunately. I took a gamble because I saw that the date was 2018. It's 2022 now. I thought maybe the game was actually complete. But if you do just even the slightest bit more research than I did, you'll actually see that there's plenty of people showing that it's not really complete. And not too many people are actually really hating on the game, but not too many people are talking about the game, which was interesting. I think that's why it kind of slipped under my radar a little bit. But this is not where I've seen people get stuck. People can get a little bit past this, but for some reason, I cannot progress at all. I've seen people get stuck at this point, and somehow they're just able to get past it. But unfortunately, I have talked to every NPC here, and I cannot seem to get out of this little area here. So I do seem to be stuck. I don't believe this game continues past this, but this is not really a review of the game, but I still got to just be a little disappointed with that because I wanted this to be a full hack that I complete and show you. That's part of what this video is to show you that I can play and complete the entire game. It saves, I can play, I can beat the Elite Four, whatnot, all that good stuff. But this is just not a complete hack, it seems, unfortunately, where we're stuck in this little area. We can't get past it. It's riddled with glitches, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it fell a little flat. The idea in theory that you're Silver taking place after the events was really cool, but there's little to no reference of that. In fact, I'm pretty sure this game came out before Heart Gold and Soul Silver, so there's obviously some issues with general story revolving around Red and his father, but yeah. Unfortunately, a little disappointing that we weren't able to get past this. I'm going to go ahead and say probably save your money for this one. As nice as everything looks right here, you're not buying a complete game. Like I've seen Chaos Black as well in forms like this. Don't waste your money on it. It's not a complete game. I do think this has potential, and I hope that they continue with it. Cooley, Mr. Cooley. And maybe it is finished online. Maybe I just got a dud cart, you know, not necessarily a dud cart, but a cart with an older version. That's definitely possible. But I did want to go ahead and point that out. Unfortunately, we're probably not going to be able to finish this. This is probably as far as we're going to get. But this is, you know, this is what it looked like. This is the game. I'm not going to recommend buying this, not necessarily because it sucks, you know, the product itself, but just that the ROM itself, it's just not worth it. You know, unless you're a collector like me, I wouldn't really see that this is worth it. I think there are better games to go for. But like I said, if you're a collector, you might like that. So either way, it's up to you. I don't recommend doing it, but if this was, you know, enlightening in any way, if this answered your questions, if you maybe learned about Pokemon Eruption like I did, and maybe you can save your money now. But regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and sorry it didn't turn out the way it was supposed to, but until next time, I hope to see you guys soon.